Hey guys, and welcome to this week's Pilates class. So we're going to start lying down. So if you'd like to come down onto your backs, get comfortable, and I'd just like you to take your focus onto your breathing to start with. So we'll start with those nice full deep breaths in and out. And with each deep breath in, I want you to draw it down towards the stomach, allow the stomach to rise. And then as you breathe out, just allow the stomach to drop back down again. Now just like to take one more deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're just going to take the arms overhead. Or if we can, we'll interlace the fingers, then we're just going to reach out to the whole length of the body, so point the toes, reach those hands as far away from the edge as you can, just making yourself as long as possible. Focus on those deep breaths as we hold here for a moment. We'll take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, we can just release that stretch, release the arms, and we'll allow them to come down to around shoulder heights. We're just going to bring a little bit of movement to the next side, so drop the head down, scout over the right shoulder. And bring the head back to the centre and gently out to the left. Also, just take the head from shoulder to shoulder a few times. And then last time to each shoulder. And we'll bring the head back to the centre. From here, I extend the legs, so we bring the feet to the floor. Keeping the shoulders down. We're just going to gently lower the knees to the right, take them as low to the floor as we can. Gently come back to the centre and out to the left. Just like slowly take those knees from side to side, keep the shoulders down as we do. And if this move is feeling good today and you want to add a little extra in, the next time we drop the knees to the right, you can try and take the left knee up towards the right elbow, still keeping the shoulders down. And we can do the same as we drop the knees to the left, right knee towards the left elbow. But if it feels too much, just stick with taking those knees gently from side to side. And one more time to each side. Then we'll gently ease to the centre. From here, we're going to lift the legs, like take hold of the shins, so we're draw the knees gently in towards the chest. Then we're just going to bring a little bit of movement into the ankles, so points and flex the feet, so we're going to draw the toes up towards the shins, then we'll push them away again. Then we can add a few circles into the ankles too. So we gently just start to circle way one way. And then we'll change direction and circle feet back the other way. And then we'll gently bring those feet back to the centre. And we'll just allow them to relax. Now let's release the legs. We're going to take the shins parallel to the floor. And those feet are lifted. So knees are over the hips, shins running parallel to the ground. I like to keep a strong core brace so the back's not going to lift away from the floor, but we're also not forcing it down into the ground. We want to keep that core nice and strong. And then we're going to try and lower both feet down to tap the floor and lift, bringing those shins parallel to the ground again. So we're lowering from the hip, we're not just relaxing the legs and allowing the feet to drop, but keeping roughly that 90-degree bend in the knee. That's it, lowering from the hip, keep that strong brace, not letting the back lift, not forcing it down into the floor. And remembering to breathe. Now if it feels too much to do both at the same time, we can alternate the leg. And we can just tap one at a time. So if it does start to feel too much at any point, you can always come down to the single leg at a time. However, you can stop and rest at any moment. We're going to keep that strong brace though, whether it's double leg, single leg. I've got a couple of options for you. So if it is feeling okay and you do want a little bit more of a challenge, we can take the hands over the shoulders, then we can try and lower the legs and the arms at the same time. Again, keeping that strong brace, not letting the back lift, not forcing it down, and still breathing. Again, if at any point that feels too much, we can get rid of lowering the arms, just bring them back down to the floor. Or for those of you where it still feels a little bit easier and you want a little bit more, one more option, and that option is extending the legs as we lower down. So we straighten the legs as we lower, then we draw the knees back and over the hips, and we just repeat. Again, if that feels too much, pick one of the other options. And then we can have a little rest. Well, I hope the knees in towards you. Here we're the legs, so the feet come down to the floor. We're going to place hands on the thighs, just going to come into some crunches. So we're going to slide the ribs towards the hips, taking the fingertips towards the top of the knees. And then gently going right down again. So instead, slide the ribs towards the hips, lifting the chest, flexing through the spine, fingertips towards the knees. And we're going right down again. We also want to look after the neck, so we're sucking the chin all the way into the chest as we do. Take our focus up towards the ceiling just in front of us. Good. Got 5 to go. And slide again. If you want a little bit of release, you can hold the knees back in towards us, so you can rock from side to side. From here we'll release those. Allow those feet to come back down to the floor again. So here we have feet apart, not too wide, not too narrow. Feet in line with the hips. And we're going to start with the heel as close to under the knee as we feel we can. We're going to take the arm down by our sides, palm face to the ceiling. We're going to squeeze through the back of the legs, the glutes, lift the hips as high as we can. Keep the nice level at the top, and we're going to hold that position there. Hold that top position. Really focus on that squeeze to the back of the body. And focus on those nice deep breaths in and out as we hold here. And take a deep breath in. As we do that, we'll lower the hips back to the floor. We'll have a little bit of a rest. We're going to do that 5 more times. Same thing, pull to the top. Focusing on that squeeze. Okay. So let's lift those hips again, really squeeze into the back of the body. Strong squeeze the glutes, the hamstrings. Keep those hips nice and level. Strong brace as well. And keep those nice deep breaths going as we hold here. Really good. Nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we gently lower. Get a little bit of rest at the bottom, then we'll go again. Okay, let's lift those hips again. Pause at the top. Again, keep them level, focusing on that squeeze. Using all those muscles to the back of the body. Nice deep breaths. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently lower the hips back down to the floor. So done 3, look 3 to go. Here, a little bit of recovery time. Nice deep breath. As we breathe out, we'll lift those hips. Take them as high as you can. Again, focus on the squeeze. Focus on those deep breaths as we hold. You guys are doing great. Keep going. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently lower back down to the floor. We've got 2 more to go. Let's lift those hips again. Squeeze through the back of the body. Keep them level. Keep those nice deep breaths going. Take 1 more deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently lower back to the floor. 1 more time. Okay, so take a deep breath. As you breathe out, we'll lift those hips. And we'll hold here at the top. This also we're going to hold for a little bit longer if we can. If it feels too much at any point, release. Gently bring it back down to the floor. But if you can, keep those hips level. Keep that squeeze through the back of the body. Keep going, you guys did awesome. Almost there. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently lower back to the floor. And we have a little release. We can lift the legs, put the knees in towards us. Maybe have a little rock from side to side. Now from here, we'll take the hands to the back of the thighs. And if you feel comfortable too, we'll gently rock them on the squat. Slightly bringing ourselves towards a seated position. If that doesn't feel comfortable, please just gently bring yourself to a seated position before having to roll. Build that bit of momentum up. And once you feel we've got enough momentum, you can release the thighs and either rock and roll to a seated position, or if you feel we can rock and roll to our squat. As always, doesn't matter which one. Just from you down, like coming on to all fours. So bring those hands down and bring the knees down too. From here, let's come down onto the forearms. So the elbows under the shoulders. Then we're going to step the feet back. Now we can keep the knees down And if we do, we want to keep that nice straight line from the shoulders to the hips. So we draw the abs in, we're not letting the hips sink down. If we want to though, we can lift onto the toes. Again, nice straight line. But from either option, we're going to lift one hand. So we'll lift one side, we'll take the arm out, either in front of us or just lifting the elbow off the floor. Trying to keep the hips and shoulders square. So if we've gone onto the toes, take the feet wider than you normally would. Hold here, keep breathing. If you need to lower the arm, you can lower the arm. Almost done on this side though. And we can bring that arm back down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Have a little respite if you need it. Oh, hey, Fluffy. And we're going to go again. So let's lift outside 3, 2, 1. So we lift the other arm again. We can just lift the elbow, trying to keep the shoulder and hip square. If we can extend it, we'll extend it. 10 seconds. Feel those abs in, keep breathing. And then we can bring the elbow down. And we can have a little rest. So we want to see the hips back towards the heels. Release the arms out in front of us. Said hey Fluffy, because one of the cats walked in. She's just off screen. Wasn't calling you guys Fluffy. And then if you feel ready to, we'll gently ease back up onto full force. And again, this time we're on the hands are on the shoulders, we can keep those knees down. We'll keep those abs drawn in, squeezing the glutes. Then we're going to lift one arm and one leg, and we're going to reach back through, trying to reach as far towards the toes as we can. Then we'll step back, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we're trying to maintain stability as we do, so we're trying not to rock too much from side to side. Now if it feels too easy on the knees, we can come up into our plank on our hands, and we can do the same thing. Again, if we are on the toes, we're going to want to take the feet wider than we normally would in a plank, reaching as far through as we feel we can. And then we can rest. And again, we can have a little release. You can see those six backs into the heels. And then from here we can gently ease back up onto all fours. So we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to lift the knees and we'll step the feet forwards and together so we come into a forward fold. So in our forward fold, a little bit of bend in the knees. As arms hang heavy and don't worry if the hands don't touch the floor. And then we're going to slowly start to roll up through the spine. Bring ourselves up to standing. Now here we're going to combine a little bit of balance work with a little bit of leg work. So we're going to shift the weight into the left leg, slight bend in the knee. I like to bring the right thigh up to parallel to the floor. Now you can take the arms out to the height if you need to. And then from here we're going to step the right leg back, coming down into a lunge. And then we'll push up from our lunge and back to standing. Then we swap legs. We do the same thing on the other side, we lift the left leg. Thigh parallel to the floor. We slowly take the leg back, bring down into a lunge. And then step forwards again. So we're just going to repeat that on each side. Remember to alternate legs. And then your lunge just goes as far down towards the floor as you can feel. You can take that back knee. Doesn't matter if it doesn't touch the floor. We're trying to keep nice and stable here. If the knee can touch the floor, we're not resting on it. We're just gently tapping the knee down. And then driving through that front leg to come back to standing. And again, you can take the arms wherever you feel comfortable to help you balance. I was supposed to lift on that one, didn't I? We lift the thigh first, before we step back. Last two on each side. And then we'll send this to each side, we can rest to the centre. Then we'll drop the chin to the chest, slight bend in the knees, and we'll roll gently down towards the floor. And then we'll bend the legs in, hands to the floor, we'll step the feet back. So we come back onto all fours. And then we can just have a little releasing the hips towards the heels, release the arms out in front of you. You'll gently ease back up again. And I like to make your way through to a seated position, however it feels comfortable to you. And we'll take the legs out in front of us. Here we're going to take the hands a little bit behind us, fingertips facing the same way as the body as possible. If not, take them where they feel comfortable. But here we're going to kind of come into a reverse plank. So we're going to squeeze through the body, we're going to lift the hips, try and get that nice straight line, so we're driving the hands into the floor, we're squeezing the glutes, the hamstrings, bracing the abs, and then we'll gently lower back to the floor. Now we're just going to repeat that a few times, so we squeeze to the back of the body, lifting the hips. So from lifting as hard as we feel we can, and then gently back down. Now if that feels a little bit too much, we can bend the legs and do the same thing. It's a little bit easier with bent legs, so pick your option. If it does really feel too much, we can come down into a bridge position and do that instead. We've not got too many of these though. We've got 3 to go. Remember, we hold at the top for a few seconds on each one, really focusing on that squeeze. Last one. And after that last one, we can have a little release. We can give those legs a little shake out. Then we can just gently make our way down onto our backs. So you get to lie down. From here, I like to bend the right leg. We'll keep the left leg straight. We'll take hold of the back of the thigh. We're going to extend the leg, taking the foot towards the ceiling, keeping hold of either the thigh, or if you can take hold of the calf, take hold of the calf. Please don't grab the back of the knee. We'll take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just going to ease the leg a little bit closer towards you. So you feel that stretch through the back of the leg. And take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently ease the leg back out over the hip. Keep it in the air though. Arms come out shoulder height, and then we're going to slowly lower the right leg over the left, taking it as far towards the foot as you can, keeping the shoulders down as you do. If it feels a little bit too much, we can lift the foot a little bit higher, or we can bend the right leg, and that will lower the intensity of the stretch, and you still get a nice stretch in the back of the body. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, release back to the centre. And we can slowly lower the foot down to the floor. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll bend the left leg this time, taking hold of the back of the thigh. We'll extend the leg foot towards the ceiling. We can either take hold of the thigh, or if we can reach the calf, go for the calf, but don't grab the back of the knee because you can do some damage to it. We don't want to do that, so flat calf. We'll take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently ease the leg in towards us, hold it there. Makes you feel that stretch. We'll take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to ease the leg over the hip. We'll take the arms out shoulder height. Keep the shoulders down, gently lower the left leg over the right down towards the floor. Again, if there's a little bit too much, we can lift the foot a little bit higher, or we can bend the left leg. Just hold there. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently ease up to the centre. Then we can lower the leg down to the floor. And we've just got a few moments of relaxation here. So find a comfortable position, and once you're comfortable, just like to take your focus onto your breathing. We'll take some nice deep breaths in and out. So with each deep breath in, we want to draw it back down towards the stomach, allowing the stomach to rise. And then as you breathe out, just allow the stomach to drop back down again. And if you want to, you can take your focus down towards your lower body. Maybe curl the toes down and just start to squeeze through the muscles in the lower body, to your calves, your thighs, the glutes. And just squeeze and build that tension. Holding it there. And then on your next breath out, just let go of all that tension in the lower body. Feel those legs sink a little bit heavier into the floor. And the feet might drop out to the sides. And we can do the same thing with the upper body too. You can clench the hands into fists and just start to squeeze through all the muscles in the arms, the shoulders, into the back of the neck. And you just build and hold that tension there. And the next breath out, just let go of all that tension. Feel the shoulders drop away from the ears, arms sink a little bit heavier into the floor. And then just gently in your own time, like to bring yourself back to a seated position. From your seated position, we'll take a nice deep breath in. As you do, we're going to allow the arms to drift overhead. As you breathe out at the top, just relax your shoulders and circle the arms back and down. We'll do that one more time, nice deep breath. As you breathe out, relax your shoulders and circle the arms back and down. Awesome work, guys. I hope you enjoyed that Pilates. As always, if you've got any questions, any problems, please just drop me a message. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Take care, and I'll see you all very, very soon.